So looking back to the last General Assembly, it feels weird to realize that it was only a year ago. I mean, not just because of the COVID situation and the fact that, let's face it, it feels like we're living in a 1980s movie, but also because we have achieved so much in such a little amount of time. With the cooperation within the Eurochild Children's Council, in combination with us cooperating with Eurochild and its members, as well as with European decision makers, we have shown that when people are working with children, they can better work for them. The purpose of this activity report is to summarize our experiences over the past 12 months and to give you the chance to see the highlights through our eyes. Through this year, we have aimed to make a better Europe for children, and just like your church's motto, put children in the heart of Europe. An ambitious aim to say the least, but it is always important to remember that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with just one step. So it is the time from my side to pass the baton to the rest of this wonderful team in order to present you this activity report.
At the end of September, the ACC got the important chance to participate in the 13th EU Forum on the Rights of the Child, a gathering where the European Commission brought together lots of people, including more than 60 children, to talk about the child rights strategy, children's rights, and children's experiences. The ACC saw that as an important opportunity to share our work as well as our views and opinions. It was a very huge thing to include so many children. Each one of us had their own opportunity to represent their views and to be listened and heard by Commission. The ACC had big and important roles at the forum. First was to organize and lead the workshop on the child-friendly justice. Some ACC members spoke on panels, including one with the Commissioner Reinders and another one with the Vice President Schweitzer. The third role was for one of us to give a closing speech at the end of the forum. I gave that speech, but it wasn't written from my perspective and my thoughts. It was written from the perspective of many of the children who participated and their feedback. I could have chosen to write a speech on my own, but instead I preferred to form a team of 5 other young participants who helped me collect impressions, opinions, and feedbacks from children at the end of the forum and bring them together into the speech. The most important points I raised in my speech were that child participation should be brought to higher levels and that our opinions matters and should be included in the strategy on the rights of the child.
My role on the forum was speaking in the panel discussion on the strategy, where I raised the importance of mental health. Seeing mental health being mentioned and raised in the strategy was very encouraging.
It was an honor for me to host a workshop at the EU Forum on the Rights of the Child with other members of the ECC. I also got the opportunity to facilitate the breakout room, which focused on how to protect children's rights through child-friendly justice systems. We asked the participants what is the most important thing we should do to make sure children are safe in court, and 46% of the participants said that children should have someone they trust to in the hearings with them. I hope that Eurochild will advocate in support of this in the future. I was also involved in planning this workshop, and I'm also proud of the fact that it was 100% organized, facilitated, and planned by children.
Thanks to being one of the members of the ECC involved in hosting the child-friendly justice workshop, it was made clear to me that there is still a long way to go when it comes to making adults feel 100% comfortable when communicating with us children. It was an incredible experience, and we were very satisfied with the input the participants gave us when it came to questions regarding the safeguarding of children.
Working on the strategy on the rights of the child was a big step forward on the path of child participation. More than 10,000 children, including us, were involved through the EU Forum on the Rights of the Child, a worldwide consultation, and focus groups. We always like to be given feedback on what we contributed, so the meeting we had with the Commission on the Finnish strategy and further steps was empowering. Also, having a child-friendly version of the strategy is very inspiring, because that way what we are doing is available to everyone. Including children in writing such a big and important document affecting their lives is a practice that should be done in our everyday lives. But what is important besides that is including children in rating it, giving feedback, and putting it into practice. So hopefully, children will have an opportunity to also be involved in that.
During the last year, the ECC have been involved within a number of projects, some more group-based and some more individual. Personally, I've been involved looking at the future of education in leading a youth-led webinar last summer. Last month, I spoke of the importance of ending inequality between children in the education system at the ICAM event. And I've had the opportunity to make a statement at the EU Forum in which I said the powerful words, "If not us, then who?"
So over the last year, we have seen lots of different reports and consultations, which had as a goal to better represent the unfortunate reality children are facing in this crisis, and also to give the decision makers an idea of the children's opinion and suggestions. Opinions and suggestions which are essential into developing a viable future, as well as a viable present for Europe's young people. This includes, but is not limited to, the DigiJust study on children's participation on public decision making, and the Our Europe, Our Rights, Our Future consultation. Lots of different children were included in this, for example, children from the ACC and across membership, and thus contributing into getting children's messages across to the people that most need to hear them.
So at the beginning of June, we prepared and gave a child participation training to the Eurochild Secretariat. The facilitators were me, Yev, and Milena, but help and contributions came from all of PCC. The training we gave focused on meaningful participation, information, and inclusion. We found it very useful and is a big opportunity because children do not usually have the opportunity to train adults about children's rights.
What do I have to say about my work and the achievement of my colleagues? The work of the ECC is so important. During a time in which children were disregarded, many children have struggled with family loss, online school and inequality within that. Then the work of the ECC was a flickering light and a pioneer in advancing children's rights and children's participation. Even in times such as this, Eurochild provided the opportunities and the support to champion children's rights when needed the most.
COVID-19 highlighted priorities in life and gave more insight on what truly matters when it comes to child participation. Communicating and discussing ideas regarding certain subjects during such a time meant being aware of all the capabilities and limitations of children around the globe. Being able to view certain crucial life topics such as health, poverty, education, family, and participation through a different lens was extremely surprising and gave us the opportunity to grow. We made sure to not let these pandemic limitations stop us from what we are passionate about. We took COVID as a learning opportunity to discover what truly works for us and for those who love child participation as much as we do. From online meetings to preparing documents and activities, as well as staying in touch with each other, nobody was left behind. All this reflected a need for us, the ECC, to create a workshop in this year's GA called Life After COVID, encapsulating all the aspects of life that were affected during this time. In our way forward as the ECC, we are determined to use all that we have learned and apply it to facilitating child participation, ensuring comfortable and safe communication of opinions, and simply being a strong body of support and change by representing young people while continuing to move forward towards a better Europe and more connected world.